Ardie Savea tops list of All Blacks with points to prove on tour. Ardie Savea tops list of All Blacks with points to prove on tour. Ardie Savea and Sam Cane have been an effective 1-2 combination at no 7 for the All Blacks for most of 2017. Opinion: Ardie Savea is such a talented rugby player, with such a powerful engine, that it seems absurd to suggest he was under some pressure for his spot in the All Blacks. But surveying Steve Hansen's travelling troupe of 37 for the November tour north, taking in tests against France, Scotland and Wales, as well as the clash against the Babas at Twickenham next weekend and a Tuesday hit-out against the French 15 in Lyon, a perusal of players under pressure to front has to have Savea's name up top. It's hard to escape the feeling that the talented Wellington loose forward has just gone off the boil a little at the test level, as evidenced by the recent decision by Steve Hansen to run with Matt Todd as his backup no 7 for the third Bledisloe in Brisbane, a decision subsequently overturned when the Cantab picked up a groin injury in the lead-up. Matt Todd is breathing down Savea's neck. It's a tough position Savea finds himself in as the designated backup to top choice no 7 Sam Cane, who is playing very well in the starting role. It's not easy to impact a match off the bench on a weekly basis, and Savea has certainly showcased his ability to do just that throughout his 22-test career. He has speed, athleticism, physicality and an inordinate leg drive to power him into tussles in and around the breakdown. At his best he is a dynamic game-changer, tailor-made for the bench role at this stage of his career. Ardie Savea needs to step it up to keep a displeased Steve Hansen happy. But Todd is also a quality performer, and right now he appears to be breathing right down Savea's neck for that backup no 7 spot in the top test lineup. Just who emerges top in their tussle on this tour could be one of the more intriguing subplots. Savea has the inside running just based on what we know he can deliver at his best. But you have to think he is under pressure to deliver a reminder or two on this trip to keep the redoubtable Todd at bay. Who else might be considered under some pressure to perform on this tour? Ardie Savea and Damian McKenzie are two that spring to mind after the Brisbane Banana Skin defeat. Hansen has made no secret of his displeasure at the All Blacks' kicking and tactical game in the wet there, and the no 10 and fullback that night have to bear the brunt of that. If you look back at last weekend with the rain and everything, probably our kicking game is what let us down, Hansen said before departure. A lot of it is on he, McKenzie, and Savea. Sops plays under the roof and often doesn't have to deal with that weather, so it's a new experience for him. And Damian at the back always wants to run. So learning from that will be good. They were both exposed to it, and it will be good for their careers. Translation: these two talented playmakers, who just might end up competing for the backup no 10 spot behind Barrett, have been put on notice. They must take their lessons on board. Up north they have every chance of seeing a bit more of that weather that puts a premium on tactics and kicking. McKenzie is a brilliant attacker who is filling in admirably at fullback. But he needs to round out his game. And Savea is a reliable backup to Beauden Barrett but must continue to evolve the tactical side of his game if he hopes to see meaningful minutes in big tests. Others to watch for? Sakina Hollow has a great chance to press his claims as a frontline wing on this trip. Chances have been few and far between in his career thus far, but the stage is set for him to impress if he is good enough. and Brodie Reithlick's absence at lock puts a lot on Scott Barrett and probably Patrick Tuipulotu to deliver the physical impact and high work rate that will be needed in his absence. Then you look at some of the seldom used fringe players who will be eager to show they deserve a closer look. People like prop Jeff Tuipulotu, lock Luke Romano, midfielder Ngani Lamape and the recalled Sata Tamanava will all be eager to showcase their stuff. Veteran Jerome Kaino also has a lot to prove as conjecture mounts about his future. As always, the asset will be on the All Blacks to win these 3 tests in the North. Some, more than others, also have some points to prove along the way.